Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going through the week and seeing what our spending looks like. So this is my first ever weekly check-in. I do see the value in checking in on your budget each week so that way you can see where you have to improve for the following week. So let's see how well we have been doing keeping up with our budget. So if you're interested in seeing our weekly check-in of what we're actually spending, then keep on watching. I have already plugged in the numbers for the first 7 days of July. Now we're just going to go through the 8th through the 14th and see where our money is actually going. But just so you can kind of be on the same page, let me go ahead and show you what we had left for last week's budget. All right, so I zoomed you guys in, that way you can see a little bit better for our eating out from our monthly budget and how we're allocating these funds. We have $92.13 for eating out. For my husband, he has a remaining balance of $80. And then groceries, we still have $202 to buy food and things like that. I didn't do any spending, so I'm still with that $100. And then we don't budget anything really for unbudgeted, but we did have some spending take place in the first week of July. So let's dive in and see how we are doing. So I've already put in a few of our transactions that have come through. So we went out to eat a couple of days. We got some subs, and then my husband, he went out and he used his credit card. I'll show you that in just a minute of how we're doing the eating out on his credit card, and then I'll withdraw it from my cash envelope. So he used his card, his debit card, for going and getting subs, and then he also used his credit card for eating lunch on this day. And then I went and I did some groceries at Aldi. I usually do groceries on the weekends. It's just easier for me, I guess, to plan for the upcoming week. And then I ordered coffee on Amazon. You guys, we get the brand, it's called Crema, and it is a Puerto Rican coffee. And it is so good. Like when we went to Puerto Rico this past May, it was so good. Like you have to boil it. Like the best way to do it is you boil it on your stovetop. If any of you do that, let me know. But that is seriously the best way for us to have coffee. I don't even use my coffee maker anymore. I don't use my Nespresso. I have an espresso machine. I don't even use that because this way of making coffee is just so good. Anyways, I did some shopping on Etsy, and obviously I have to use a card in order to do that. So I used my credit card and I spent $23, but I'll show you how I'm handling the cash and everything. So that is what our spending looked like. And now we have to do some filling in here for the rest of the days. So on the 11th, after church, we did go and we had these sandwiches at Maison. Oh my goodness. If you guys have not, or I don't know if they have a Maison everywhere, but it is in Puerto Rico, and we went to this Maison sandwich place there. I think it's like their main location, but their sandwiches are so good. So we went to Maison and we spent $23. But I loved their like chicken, I think it's their chicken Philly or their Philly chicken. I don't remember the actual name, but those are so good. All right, and then on the 12th, my husband did some spending. So let me just switch this up. And just so you know, I have this key here of what these colors mean. So that's how I'm allocating for these transactions. So my husband, he did do some spending. So let me just copy this. So he did some spending this day. He went to 2 different places. So he went to Wawa and then he ordered something on Amazon. So he usually gets himself like a shake or something after he sees his trainer. So he spends his money however he sees fit, as do I. So if he wants to use it for eating out, even though it's technically should be coming out of our eating out, hey, he can use it however he sees fit. So that's his money, and yeah. So that's kind of how we're doing that. So he spent $4.38 at Wawa, and then he did order something on Amazon, and that was $16.96. And then on the 13th, you guys, I am so proud of us. I usually, I haven't tracked our no spending or anything, but we had a no spend day. Yeah, I'm very happy that we finally got a no spend. I'm sure that we have in the past, but I've never done a weekly check-in or follow-up. So I never really kept track of that, but I'm excited because we finally got a no spend day, which is crazy. And then the last day here, I did do some shopping yesterday. Something that is really exciting is that I was able to earn a gift card, and I didn't even know that I had this gift card or this reward that I could use, and it was from that app Ibotta. And I haven't used Ibotta in a very long time, but I had $24 and I think 50 cents there, so you can redeem for deposit in your bank account or redeem for gift cards. And so since I had to go and pick up a few things at Walmart for our dogs and then also for the house and things, we only had, I think, $5 in our grocery envelope. So I used that $20 and I added it to the grocery fund so that way we can get our dog food and different things. So that was such a blessing. If you have not tried out Ibotta or any of those other rewards, check the link in my description box because I do have links for you to gain rewards, and it kind of helps the both of us out. So try it out. It is something that you're already doing, so why not just get rewarded for it? Back to what I was saying. So I did some grocery shopping, and this is in yellow, I believe. Yes. So I just copy these because they're already sized to the proper sizing. I went to Walmart and spent $25 for the grocery funds. $25. And then we had $2 that was kind of miscellaneous. I actually went and I bought spoons because I don't know why in the beginning of the year, we did this whole purging thing. We got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and we had multiple silverware sets, and we're like, you know what, let's become somewhat minimalist, and we got rid of a whole other set, or we donated a whole other set of silverware and plates and cups, because ever since that we've been married, we've had these different mix matched sets. So we donated them, and then we got rid of a lot of our silverware. And for some reason, we've lost spoons. I don't know, I think we have 3 left. And so I went and I bought some more spoons because we were always out of spoons. I don't know if you run into an issue like that, but it was definitely a struggle for us. So yeah, so that is the pink one that is unbudgeted because I did not plan on buying spoons. So that was also at Walmart, and it was $2 that we spent. I don't like putting this $sign on my stuff. I don't know why. It just takes up too much. I know I put it on some of these, but it just takes up way too much space, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna get rid of my $signs. That's covered. We spent $2 and it was unbudgeted. And then I also did some spending myself at Walmart, and I spent $3. So I got like office supplies. Like the back to school stuff is probably like my favorite. Does anybody relate? Like I love going down the office supply section and just browsing around and seeing all of notebooks that have come out and everything. It's just really nice. So now that I have up through the 14th filled in, we're gonna go ahead and add up the colors. So we're gonna start with eating out, and eating out we have Jersey Mike, that's 17, and then this Culver's that was 11, and Maison, which was 23, and I think that is it. Okay, so $51 is what has been spent this week. And then we're gonna add up my husband's. So I see a couple here. There's $4.38 plus the $16.96. So we got these two, and that was it for him. So $21.34. And then groceries, we have Aldi at 63 plus 6. And then this right here, plus 25. And $94 was for groceries. But remember, this also includes that we got a $20 gift card. So we just have to keep that in mind. And then for my spending, I got something from Etsy here, $23, and the $3, so plus 3. So $26 is what I've spent. And then unbudgeted, it was just the $2. Let's see what we have remaining. If we look at this top, eating out, we had $92.13 remaining, and we spent $51. So $41.13 is what should be remaining. And then my husband, he had $80.84, and we're subtracting $21.34. So he has $59.50 remaining to be on budget. So we'll see how well that happens. All right, so then the $202.81 is what was remaining for groceries. And we're gonna subtract the $94. So $108.81 is what we have remaining. I'm not gonna include, well, you know what? I should add back in $20. Since technically, like, that wasn't money from our, like, cash. It was a reward. So I'm gonna add back in $20. You know what I mean? I think that's how I'm gonna do it. It makes sense for us. If you have other suggestions, that's perfectly fine, but I'm not gonna include that as our money. It was just a reward and it was a blessing. So from our actual money that came out of our account, we are with $128.81 remaining. So let's just make sure, 202.81. I'm gonna add back in the 20 and subtract the $94. Yeah, $128.81. And for me, I did do some spending. I had $100 and we're taking out 26, so $74 is what is left. we don't have a budget for that. So this is how our budget looks like thus far. Let me just show you really quickly our expense tracker for my husband's credit card so that way you can see how we're doing this whole thing. Okay, so this is my husband's transaction log for his credit card. So I am just keeping tabs to see what the balance is that we have to pay. For that Culver's transaction, he charged his credit card $10.21, but what I wrote in here that I took out, I just rounded it up to the nearest dollar, and I took out $11 from the cash envelope and I added it to my 2-bank envelope. So I have the Culver's here and I added in the $11. That way, at the end of this week, I'm gonna deposit this into our account and we'll pay off the credit card. The same thing with my credit card. I did do an Etsy order, as you see here, that Etsy transaction. I spent $22.58, but I logged $23 from my personal spending envelope. I took out $23 because I rounded it up, and I'm gonna deposit that into the bank. So I have my 2-bank envelope. So at the end of the week, I'm gonna deposit this and then we will pay off their credit cards. So I don't want to like really use the credit card as much as I had in the past. However, if I wanna do a grocery order, if I wanna order something on Amazon, then I can go ahead and use that and then take from the dedicated cash envelope and put it back into our account to pay for that. That way I won't carry a balance. That's kind of how we're doing that in the tracking. It seems to be working for us thus far. So this is really exciting, and I hope you guys enjoyed this check-in video so that way you can see, you know, how the cash envelope method is really working for us to stay on budget. And I'm just ready and excited that we're going back to the basics and not overcomplicating things with all of these different systems, but just doing something in a way that makes sense to us. So this is new, but I'm really excited to be using it. Ooh, just so you know, in case you're curious, this worksheet is from Sarah Marie Stickers on Etsy. So I just uploaded it on my iPad and am tracking it this way. So guys, we still have money left over, so we shall see what the following weeks bring us. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.